Welcome to Adom Home Cooking. Today we are preparing fried pie, deep fried pie. These are the ingredients for making the deep fried pie. This is my plain flour. I always use plain flour for my pie. I have my cabbage here, which I'm going to slice later, mix with sardine to make my filling. I've also got my cooked noodle, instant noodle. It's just like a normal noodle, the instant noodle that I cooked to make another type of filling. I have my butter here, or margarine. I have my nutmeg here, salt, and my sunflower oil for deep frying. I'll start by adding my plain flour to the bowl. I'm just going to use 5 tablespoonfuls of the plain flour. 3, 4, 5. I'll add a bit of my nutmeg, pinch of salt to taste, and then I'll just add a little bit, about half tablespoonful of my butter or margarine. I use my hand to rub the margarine in. Now I rub my butter in. You can still taste the flour to see if the salt is enough, if it's tasty enough. So just take a bit of flour on a teaspoon and then you taste it. It's just perfect. So at this stage I'm going to blend my onion. I'm going to season my flour with onion. So this is my chopped onion, not too much, and the garlic. I'm going to blend it with water and I'll use it to make my. And now I just blend using the food processor, blend my onion, a little bit of onion and garlic, which I'm going to use to mix the flour to make my dough. I need a firm dough, not too hard. Make sure your garlic and onion is very smooth. Dough. You know, with the baked pie, you make the pastry soft, rich, more rich. That means put more butter and margarine. But this one, because we are going to fry it, we just use a little bit of butter or margarine and we make it like dough. As you can see, with pie you have to rub the butter in or the margarine in, but this one you just make it as if you are making a bread dough. But you season it with salt, blend garlic and onion. So I leave some of my plain flour behind, which I'm going to use to dust my chopping board. It's all been washed clean. You have to roll your pastry till it's very thin. You have to make it very flat. So as you can see, I roll it very thin. So I'm going to cut it into squares. So with this one I can divide it into 3. And then I'll use my cooked noodle to fill it. And the other bit I'll use my sardine and cabbage. After cutting, using my pastry brush, I'll just use water, just plain water, to brush the edge so that I'll be able to close it properly, to seal it up. So it's just water with my pastry brush. So this is the cooked noodle. Meanwhile, my oil is heating. Just using the cooked noodle to fill in my pie. I cut it square and then I fold it over to one end and then you just seal it up using your fingertips to press it down. If it's getting sticky, you dip your finger in the plain water. You see? Another edge. Then I'll just use my fingertips to seal it up. Because of the water, it closes very easily. My oil is already hot, so I'm just going to deep fry my pie. And then I'll deep fry for about 5 minutes, then I'll turn it over for the other side to cook as well. Now I'm going to make my cabbage filling, cabbage and sardine filling for my fried pie. I've already washed my cabbage. I'm using sweetheart cabbage. You can use any type of cabbage that you like. I'm going to shred it. I'm going to add a little bit of spring onion into my shredded cabbage. This is a shredded cabbage which I'm going to use now to fill my pie up. This is my sardine. I'll just open a tin of sardine and add it to the cabbage. And then mix it well with my fork. Now I mix up my sardine, spring onion, and my cabbage. You can taste this, and then if you need a bit more spices, you can add your black pepper or white pepper and a little bit of salt. But with mine, I don't want too much salt, so it's just okay. I'm going to do the same thing by cutting my dough into squares. Make sure it's very thin so that it can cook through. I'm going to do it like that in squares. Fill it up and then deep fry it. And I'm going to close it up. My oil is still heating up. I'm going to close it nicely and then deep fry it. Make sure you press the edges down well so that it doesn't open whilst you are frying it. Make sure you close it well using your fingertip to press the edges down. That's why I put water, just plain cold water, to seal the edges. The same method, I'm going to deep fry it now. And you turn it over after 5 minutes for the other side to cook too. So our fried pie is ready. You just take it off the oil into your colander to drain off the excess fat, and then you serve. Can be served as a snack on your party table. Here we are, our fried pie is ready. This is the one with the sardine and cabbage, and this is the instant noodle one. Enjoy fried pie.
Mika boya,